Andres today. Today we're jumping into Reacher. This is season 1, episode 4. Ooh, I like that. We have 4 more episodes to go and then we'll be wrapping up season 1. If after we're done wrapping up season 1, I do know that season 2 dropped at the ending of this season. If y'all want me to continue on to season 2, we could do that. If we do not want to continue on with Reacher here on this platform, then I might just watch it by my lonesome. But regardless, it's you guys that will choose what we do. I'm open to anything at this point, to tell you the truth. I'm like, watch it, I'll watch it, good show, up to you. But anyways, we're ready to continue on to this journey. Now, if you would like to see this in a full reaction, of course you can. For the second and third tier here on this platform, that I promise you will copyright all my as well as my other platform, Patreon. So please sign up to one of those platforms today to be able to see this in a full reaction. Once again, I will be having a 2024, what is it, New Year's Eve or New Year's resolution, whatever. One of them New Year's Day live movie reaction, smash or pass. I'm like, what am I doing, guys? What am I saying? We'll be doing a movie reaction. In that movie reaction will be a premiere. With that being said, I'll be able to gift members to memberships here on the YouTube platform. It will not be me choosing these memberships. It will be YouTube choosing the memberships, and they choose it by interaction. So the people who are most interactive with the platform, with the videos, with the community posts, liking, sharing, commenting, all that good jazz, they will be gifted memberships. YouTube does it, okay? So I believe it also is going to be for the first tier, and it will be good for the first month. With that first tier, you do see the first and the ending of my TV shows in a full reaction. You'll be seeing exclusive content, which I do watch What We Do in the Shadows, as well as Bodyguard. And I sometimes drop movie reactions, full length movie reactions as well. So please, please, please interact with the channel, and hopefully you'll be able to get that membership. Just also so you know, as I said before, I do have a Patreon. So if you really don't care about membership here, you guys can go over there to the Patreon side of things, which has a bunch of links where you guys can see all of my reactions. Now, let's get into this reaction, y'all. Without further ado, let's jump into Reacher and find out exactly what Reacher has got to give. Okay. Oh my God! Every other show the next thing with the money inside. This guy's snapping bones.
Finley.
Any luck tracking down Spivey?
Dead end.
Found out Hubble's been lying to his wife.
Hasn't worked at the bank in a year. Potential lead on your brother's rental car.
Driver called in a burnt-out vehicle a few hundred yards west of mile marker 97.
Time to stop for a snack, I see. Roscoe told Teal the plates match one of Morrison's old collars to throw him off the scent.
There were no plates. They would have wanted an SUV for headroom.
Still doesn't mean it was your brother's.
Fire didn't start in the engine of the gas tank. One starts in the center, then spreads out.
So it's Roscoe.
Roscoe, hey girl.
Hey, this Joe's car or what?
Think so. Can't be 100%.
Might be able to get a partial VIN.
When you run out of gun oil, acetic acid from ketchup, salt for abrasion. Take a great metal cleaner.
And you put that in your body.
Tastes good.
How'd I get the blue cat?
South Americans got to Spivey before I did. Found them stashed in their trunk.
On these guys before they kill any more of our leads.
I know where you can find the South Americans, but they won't talk.
7 bodies since you set foot in my town.
They charged me, and they were armed.
Fine.
The real number's 8. Hubble's dead too. We just haven't found him yet. Ooh. Those bodies get found, we'll be flooded with state cops, county cops. We don't know who we can trust. We need to keep them hidden until we find out who killed Joe.
I'll keep an eye on him.
I did that after.
It's like Tetris. You shot them in the back. You just told Finley they charged you.
I told Finley what he needed to hear.
What happened in Baghdad? We're gonna see this thing through. I need to know what kind of person I'm working with. So what happened in Baghdad, Reacher?
I was tracking the AWOL PFC. Group of boys, 10, 11 years old, played soccer in a bombed-out hangar every day. One night it got real late, they hadn't returned. Between insurgents and IEDs, I wanted to make sure they got home safe. 3 men from the village were abusing the boys. You can fill in the blanks. I knew they'd come for me. So when they did, I was ready.
How did KJ know about this?
Clanners have money. Money buys access and information. You have a problem with me killing people who hurt children?
Do you?
Because I want to know the kind of person I'm working with.
You just waving everybody. It's ghost card.
When I asked Mosley what kind of business Kleiner was in, he said trucking, real estate, chemicals. You know what he didn't say? Agriculture. It was a hell of a lot of animal feed.
Is this really necessary?
Lots of Jags in the city, but only one with plates we'll recognize. We need a room from floors 3 to 7 if you have it.
King or two queens?
2 queens.
Just need to see some form of ID. Put it under Officer Welty. First name Eudora. E-U-D-O-R-A. These guys are working for counterfeiters. You just paid for a room with counterfeit cash.
Not my problem. Eudora Welty. Fan of her writing?
Surprised you've heard of her.
I like short stories. Like Forgotten Vice Presidents and Yankee Second Baseman.
If I'd known that, I would have checked us in under Willie Randolph.
Early AM, we go Pete Joblin's address. Talk to his wife, see if we can suss out why we never killed Jobling. One of my brother did too. In likely event someone tracks us here, this won't keep him out, but it'll slow him down. Give me a few extra seconds to get my show on.
What if the maid busts in?
She'd be a very strong maid.
Man's got the wingspan to reach that window, not even you.
I know half a dozen sharpshooters that could take us out on the 15th floor. Don't sleep with your head where it's expected to be either.
I tracked down a lot of Joe's files pertaining to this case. I don't know if it's everything, but it's voluminous.
We're breaking at least 4 laws I can think of handing us those files. We don't want any record of this happening.
Molly Beth, take the train to 5 Point Station.
Joe told me so much about you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, you want to meet her just as much as she does you to talk about Joe, so I'll wait. Just talk.
You two must have been close if you let him bore you with stories about me.
I started 2 years ago, but Joe had already been there a while at that point. Top to bottom, everyone respected him. A real lead by example kind of guy, you know. Maybe too smart for your own good, he'd say, and a pain in his ass sometimes. And that even though you were his little brother, he was the one who looked up to you.
He was the only man I ever felt small next to.
Wow.
He didn't take to people easily, so you must be special.
I should get back to work. I will see you tomorrow.
You okay?
I'm fine.
When my parents died, I was old enough to remember all of it and young enough to understand none of it. You're hurting, and you still tried to comfort Molly Beth.
Right.
Joe was right. You're a good man.
We didn't order room service and we don't need housekeeping. Anybody tries to come through that door, shoot him.
Let's see that body,
So, let me get some pushback from Jobling's wife. Husband's murdered, no leads, she's not gonna be liking cops too much.
Last night was a mistake.
So about last night. As far as I'm concerned, it changes nothing.
We're the police, ma'am. Officers Welty and Randolph. We'd like to talk to you about Pete.
I guess it's okay to come inside. Pete's back in the kitchen.
You're Pete, Senior.
You're looking for our son.
Is Pete okay?
He's fine, but we want to ask him some questions, see if maybe he can help us at all with our investigation.
Thank goodness. You had me scared. Junior hasn't lived with us for a while now. He's over in Brookhaven with his wife, Judy. Here's his address.
Thought maybe after Charlie Hubble and Molly Beth, you needed a breather from Breaking Bad News.
We don't have the time.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Captain, come in. Word's going around town you've been harassing Mr. Kleiner.
I was investigating the Morrison murder.
He says you threatened to put a part of your anatomy up into a part of his anatomy. Margrave's most important citizens, and as such, we treat him and his family with due respect. He suggested I consider removing you from your job, allowed us to match your bloated New England salary demands when we hired you.
And I'm appreciative of that, sir.
That file contains the rap sheets of a dozen ex-cons who had a beef with Morrison. Do a deep dive into those papers. Find who killed our brother-in-arm. One step out of line, you're off the case. 2 steps, you lose your career.
Excuse the interruption, Chief. Finley, father's on the line, says it's urgent.
Do I have your permission to take this call?
Don't fuck with me.
Hey, Pops.
Hey, I got that recipe you asked about. But I can't read some of the ingredients. I'd prefer to just give you a copy.
But I have some friends in the area.
I'll send them on over to pick it up. 2S, 3W from my place in an hour. You need to go and relay some sensitive information about the investigation. In person.
Is someone coming to relieve you?
We can't let any more people into the fold. No one knows you're here.
Like, nobody wants to come either. Look at these walls.
Do you know how to use this?
My father took me to the range.
So why'd you act crazy with him?
Hesitation will get you killed.
He was like... My father took me to the range.
Cream? Sugar?
Regarding your husband.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yes, that's not the reaction that we were expecting, Mrs. Jobling.
Miller. I didn't take his name. Was going to catch up to him.
What was?
You know any other truck drivers with a place like this who can pay off their parents' mortgage?
You suspected that your husband was engaged in illegal activity.
Yeah, he was stealing from his company, from Kleiner. Knew he'd piss off the wrong person eventually.
That wrong person shot your husband from behind. Left him to die in the field.
Now you speak to say something like that?
Yes. Someone I care about was killed too.
I can show you the boxes. I assume he took the units, reboxed them, sold them on the black market. There was always boxes coming in and out of here. He was always getting calls at all hours, running out, not coming home for days. At first, I'd ask, and that just led to more fighting. Can bury his ass in Potter's Field for all I care. I'm flying out of here first thing tomorrow. I'm gonna stay with my folks till I can sell this place.
2S3W. Got it. On our way.
Jobling sought to move more ACs than General Electric to afford those two houses.
Only thing he cared about moving was fake cash for Klein. Money shipped to Florida. Jobling drives down with real air conditioners to keep up appearances. Fills the empty boxes with phony cash. It's a working theory. Hoping Joe's files confirm it. 2S3W. 2 blocks south, 3 west of Picard's office. We're in the right spot.
Count to 4, then follow.
What'd you get on the VIN?
Registered to a Chevy Equinox, owned by a car rental company. Both car and motel are under the name Ron Hesse.
That's Joe. He used the names of Yankees backup catcher for meticulous records. Lots of notes.
Hotel address, 1517 Oglethorpe Road.
We need to see if he left behind some personal items.
He did. Briefcase and a garment bag. It was picked up about 20 minutes ago.
What did he look like?
Medium height. Foreign. Maybe Hispanic or
The
something.
briefcase is good as gone.
Briefcase doesn't matter.
You said he takes field notes.
He does. And he knew someone might come after him, so we put him where they wouldn't love him. Keep the briefcase, dump the garment bag.
No way. Looks like a punch list.
As I fire, we run in opposite directions.
Harder to hit us if we split up.
You just killed my cousin. Now I'm gonna pinch your skull all over the...
You made them follow you, because you had Joe's note.
So you'd stay alive. Thinking when Joe died, there was almost no one left in the world I cared about. And that felt bad. And then I met you. And I felt better.
You find anything?
Yeah, and then a couple guys found us. Dude, I want to know how the hell those guys got to the motel before we did.
Stevenson took the call from Picard and forwarded it to the main line.
I don't know, maybe Stevenson's innocent act is just that, an act.
Deciphered the meeting location, and Kleiner could have had guys ready and waiting by the time you arrived.
Not a stretch to think they listen in on parabolic mics.
I can't believe Stevenson's dirty.
No, he's not dirty.
I guess he found out Joe's fake name in the motel, and they beat us there. Far enough outside Margrave, totally secluded. I'll text you location.
All right, see you soon.
I know you don't need protection, but I went with my instinct. Just like I was taught.
This wasn't some butterball snot-nosed stepkid.
Boys were only standing up for Billy Dossett.
Well, the Dossetts don't want to get involved. His dad's thinking about his career, as should you, Stan. Joe's a minor. There's not much they can do to him. The Bishop's going to take it out on Stan any way he can. Transfer you out of Okinawa to some shit assignment in Germany. Bishop's a vindictive SOB, always has been. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but just wanted to give you the heads up. Appreciate it, Butch.
It's not fair that you get in trouble.
That's right. Should have thought of that before you did what you did.
12 reach, I'm not letting you get involved. But Joe, my instinct was to keep your mouth shut. It was the right one.
E unum pluribus. Out of one, many.
Me out of many one, e pluribus unum. It's backwards.
WB. Anyone know that area code?
Beats me.
I think JW's 901's the area code there.
These two I don't get. Jobling's garage and Gray's Kleiner file.
Let's search on these numbers, see who they belong to.
Or we could call them.
Or we can do that.
United States Environmental Protection Agency. How may I direct your call?
WB is William Bryan, economics professor at Princeton.
My number went to the economics department at Columbia. SC is Professor Stephanie Castillo. Let me guess, you called Memphis State?
No. Memphis office of the EPA. Joe was looking into crooked agents at the federal level. They can do a lot more damage than college professors. I know a PI who can help.
Someone we can trust.
Trusted her with my life on countless occasions. Hello, Neely. How'd you know it was me?
Only person with my private number other than my dad. It's been a minute and a half. What's up?
Gonna run it down fast and clean. Ready? Looking into counterfeiting in Georgia. Last week he got too close to the truth. Someone killed him for it.
Shit. I forgot who I was talking to.
Joe's notes at the number to the Memphis CPA office next to the initials JW.
If you want to talk.
We just did.
She always talk to you like that?
No, sometimes she speaks her mind. We should get going.
It says Molly Beth's plane lands in 15 minutes.
She's just dropping off papers, so she doesn't have any check bag.
I don't know what she looks like. How's she gonna find us?
She knows what Joe looks like. And I look like Joe.
You gotta feel this.
No. She wants to meet us at the top of the escalator.
Where is she?
Well, she must have missed us and walked right by.
No one misses me when they walk by. We need to split up. You take the stairs, you take the elevator.
Oh my lord.
Joe.
Now she's dead? Well, what a way to go. Damn, she was crying in every episode we seen her in when she was having a conversation. She finally took 2 seconds to finally meet Joe, and then somehow, miraculously delicious, she ends up on a off the platform, down a tunnel. Her bag is on maybe a live wire. I'm assuming it should be a live wire, but somehow Joe didn't get electrocuted. Then she's over there on the side, shot. Like she was down there for what did they do? Drag her and nobody saw that? That's kind of weird. What? So one thing I know, and 2 things are certain, this show is very predictable. A lot of the lines I knew what was gonna happen. And I'm not really sure if that has happened with anybody else, where you're like, yep, I literally have finished so many other of their lines because it's so predictable. This episode though was one of my favorite episodes out of the whole season thus far. I really started to like I like Reacher, but I really liked him in this episode, and I really do like Roscoe. And believe it or not, I just was bad-mouthed talking that the black sheriff guy, or not sheriff, the main one who's control everything, and I've been calling him the black guy in Fuller House of Usher as well. I can't remember his characters' names, but I actually liked him in this episode, and all the other episodes, he kind of was like a ugh to me. Like, he really wasn't, like, you ever eat something and it wasn't, like, bad, but it wasn't good, you're just like, ugh. He's one of those characters or actors for me, not characters, actors for me. But this one, he was pretty good. I enjoyed the character. His acting also, I'll say in this reaction as well as I said the other reaction, his acting is not bad, but for some reason the actor himself is just not my flavor. As I stated, it's one of those situations where you eat something and it's bland. He's very bland to me. When he delivers lines, sometimes it just doesn't hit for me. But this one, as I already said, I did enjoy him. Now, I have to say, some of these, I think that this show tries to give us, like, jokes. And I don't know, I haven't laughed at any of them. Actually, that's a lie. I have laughed at a few of them. But overall, like, it's not funny. So I wish that they, like, less jokes, just more action. That's all I want. I want more action, but I do enjoy it. Do you guys laugh at their jokes? Like, they make these one-liners, and it's definitely supposed to make the audience laugh, and it just doesn't. Sometimes I feel like also, like, for instance, he was talking about, he was like, Joe, you gotta like this music. And Joe's like, no. And he raises it up. That was supposed to be a laugh. It was supposed to be a key to the gags, to the lemons, to the squeezes, the juices. But it wasn't. It wasn't for me. I was just like, okay, it's a good song. Like, I was like, yes, I like how he drives. 10-2. So, regardless, by the way, I have to say something. Maybe it's because I watch a lot of shows on this platform. Duh. But I'm feeling like all these characters' names, I was like, who the fuck is Petey? Child, I don't know who his mother was, his father was, who his wife, why his wife was so angry, why we saw empty air conditioner boxes, other than they're shipping it from Miami to some other part and it's counterfeit cash. Then I'm super confused about the brother, and like, then obviously the brother and this lady were like an item. That's what they're making us feel. And now she's dead. So she's dead, the brother's dead, everybody dead. And now we're introduced to another character who I feel like I'm gonna like a lot, who's going to be the PI working to help solve this case. Then we also, so, you know what it is? This is what I feel. And I don't know what season 2 is giving. Season 2 is now out, just in case you guys don't know. I don't know if I said in my intro. But I feel like this season was giving test, Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3. So like the budget wasn't budgeting, but they were, whatever budget they were given, they were using it and trying to do the best they actually could. So that's the feel of it. Now, I have said it once, I'll say it twice. I'm an actor myself. I've been in a few things, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I kind of, sometimes I can tell, here I can tell the green screen, I can tell them being inside some places, I can tell the extras and like what was going on beforehand when I look at a scene, some reason, because I've been extras. So I like jump into the extras and I see the background and see like what they're wearing. I don't know why I do that, but I do. And I feel like this, as I said, was definitely for me, this is what I'm getting from it. It was a tester season to see if it was a hit or not, and obviously it was a hit. They were greenlit to season 2. So sometimes because of that, and like the act, like I don't know, I'm trying not to badmouth this show overall because it's a very good show, and I think I'm just being nitpicky because of what, you know, I've been in these type of fields. But sometimes the acting or maybe what's going on throws me out of the element just for a few seconds and I get back in. Like the FBI agent, he just that situation with him and him giving the lady the gun, and she's like, oh, I've been handling guns my whole life. I'm like, girl, why are you acting all crazy then? And then like his eyes will bulge out, like how mine does sometimes. And he throws me off too. I think he's one of the weakest characters, the FBI agent. I think he's one of the weakest characters of the show. And all these bad guys are like weak characters. I'm gonna need us to get like a villain, like somebody that I could be like, yes. You know, who produces the show? I'm very curious. Amazon partnered with Paramount. They work together. That's interesting. Why did I ask what I can see is Amazon? But I wanted to know who was giving the money towards this show. It's Paramount. That's what I was looking for. Paramount. That's interesting. Because Paramount Television, that's probably why. Because, you know, there's Paramount Television, Paramount Movies, the same company, different entities. So maybe that's what's going on. Regardless, I did like this episode. I'm just being a bitch. Being a nice way to say it. I did like this episode. I like the direction we're going into. I think that this episode was the strongest episode thus far. I'm so happy that finally she slept with her man. She's been looking to sleep with him and she did her big one. And now I feel like moving forward, the next episodes are going to be like very action-packed possibly, but the story is finally merging. Everything is sinking in for me and I'm enjoying it that way. I just want more action and I want an actual villain, or I want an actual threat. I feel like the threat is not there. That's probably why I'm going through what I'm going through in my mind. Like, you know, I want a threat. Every time I see a bad guy, I'm like, he's about to destroy them. And he does. Like, the bad guy was driving through the tunnel, and you can clearly see he wasn't gonna fit. But he was like, Then he stood up out of the seat and on the sunroof, living his best life, thinking like his brain wasn't gonna get blown to smithereens. And it did. And then the guy was like, Mateo, you killed my cousin. And no, I'm going to just shoot the man. To all you wannabe killers, just shoot the man. Regardless, I did enjoy it. What would I rate this episode? I think I would rate this an 8.5. 8.5. I don't think it was a 9, but I think it was an 8.5. Still a strong episode. And Reacher, the character, the actor, and Roscoe are the two strongest people of this show, and they actually make me continue to watch the show because I really am fascinated in both of those characters. And I'm into what's going on, but you know, this feels very Night Watcher. Is that what it's called? Night Watcher, Night Stalker, not Night Stalker, Night Watcher, or Night Agent. Night Agent? Agent Night. That other show that's on Netflix, this is what it feels like, which is very weird because Netflix had a lot more money pushed into that show, but it feels very similar. So that's how I feel. Once again, if you would like to support this channel for free, please hit the like button, share, don't forget to comment down below, hit that notification bell so you know when I drop all of my reactions, and I'll see you all next time with more Reacher.